Osimhen and €7 million transfer. SSR Victor Osimhen is one of the most exciting names in the mix as the January transfer window approaches, with the on-loan Galatasaray striker tipped for a big money move. Osimhen himself may have indicated that he is happy in Turkey after a shock loan move from Napoli in the summer, but rumors are linking him to several major clubs. PSG are thought to be looking at the Nigeria international forward again, as they continue to struggle for offensive efficiency and attack, while Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United are all in need of a centre forward, and are linked with the striker. Osimhen was valued by Napoli at €120 million in the summer transfer window, and while his price tag has now dropped to €81 million, and will drop further to €75 million in the summer, he is set to be one of the most expensive players of 2025. Surely the 25-year-old is an easy player to make a profit from? Not necessarily, as the case of Lille shows. How to squander Osimhen. Fortune teller sold Osimhen to Napoli in the summer of 2020 for €70 million, yet former president Olivier Letang revealed on L'Equipe du Soir that the club only ever saw €7 million of that lavish price. Lille made a lot more money from the sales of Carlos Baleba to Brighton and Amadou Onana to Everton, Letang claimed, with these transfers worth €30 million and €40 million respectively. There were no kickbacks, commissions and intermediaries. Letang also deducted the purchase of 4 Napoli players for €20 million, he claims. They had a value of €0, and removed fees taken by all the intermediaries, the capital gains and commissions, to get his figure of just €7M. The owner of Lille at the time was Gerard Lopez, with investigations in the French and Italian courts ongoing into certain transactions that took place within the club from that era. Next Osimhen move confirmed as World Cup winner link-up beckons. Galatasaray are in talks with Paulo Dybala, in what would be a move with monumental consequences for Victor Osimhen's future. AS Roma superstar Dybala is facing an uncertain future at the club. The turmoil-stricken Serie A giants, already on their 3rd head coach of the season, are open to offloading their biggest earner. Dybala has often dealt with niggling injuries and his offensive output has left a lot to be desired this term. Last season, the World Cup winner was on top of the world, enjoying a brilliant campaign that saw him notch 16 goals and 10 assists. This season, however, the 31-year-old has not been at his best, and with his contract expiring at the end of the season, Roma is willing to let him go. The Giallorossi would be prepared to sell Dybala in January to be able to generate at least a nominal fee, and talks are already ongoing. According to several sources, including Sky Italia, Gazzetta dello Sport and journalist Yagis Sabunquoglu, Galatasaray is in negotiations with Roma and Dybala's camp. How will Dybala's arrival impact Osimhen? Dybala's representatives have been spotted in Istanbul, and even attended the club's thrilling 4-3 victory over Trabzonspor on Monday. The Turkish giants are said to be willing to offer the Argentina €10 million per season salary, which is believed to be a significant pay rise compared to what he is currently earning at Roma. Still, there are some claims that Dybala is reluctant to move mid-season. However, it seems that there is little reason to think that he can't be convinced should Roma make it clear to him that he ought to make the move. It is, of course, a deal that could massively impact the future of Victor Osimhen. It is also perhaps a hint that Galatasaray have given up on their dream of signing the Napoli loanee permanently. Given his €75 million release clause, it was always an almost impossible dream for the Turkish giants to secure Osimhen long-term, even though they were prepared to get creative and make significant concessions. However, the financial outlay on Dybala is set to be sizable, which casts even more doubt on Galatasaray's ability to eventually sign Osimhen, meaning that he will return to Napoli in the summer at the latest. A summer transfer, either to a top European club or to an affluent side Saudi, seems all but guaranteed at this point, with Chelsea, Man United and PSG all heavily linked with the Nigerian again in recent days and weeks. Osimhen CONTACT made as €81 million price confirmed. Victor Osimhen might insist that he will remain with Galatasaray for the duration of the season, but transfer talks are going on in the background that could see him make a January move. Osimhen was one of the hottest stories of the summer transfer window as interest arrived from Arsenal, Chelsea and PSG. The Blues only narrowly missed out on securing his signature on deadline day, with their failure to agree personal terms sending the hitman in a shock move to Galatasaray. The 25-year-old Nigeria international, who has 10 goals and 5 assists in 13 appearances for Gala, has insisted that he is happy with the Super League club, but interest remains. According to Il Mattino, Napoli have received interest from PSG. Through intermediaries, PSG asked Napoli if paying Napoli the release clause is the only way to sign Osimhen. The answer was clear, yes, the report states. Galatasaray is ready to pay, but Osimhen wants the Premier League. But his €12 million per year wages are a real burden for anyone. Man United makes fresh Osimhen approach despite Chelsea's admission. Manchester United has reportedly made a fresh approach to sign Napoli forward Victor Osimhen amid competition from the likes of Chelsea and Juventus. The Nigeria international is currently on loan at Galatasaray, having failed to secure a permanent transfer this summer, but he is expected to depart Napoli in 2025. The Serie A giants have reduced Osimhen's release clause to €75 million, and Man United have registered their interest in signing him next year following Joshua Zirkzee's underwhelming start to life at Old Trafford. Furthermore, Osimhen has now emerged as a top target for Ruben Amorim's side, and the Red Devils have now initiated new contact with the Nigerian's entourage in a bid to assess whether a deal is possible. That is according to Caught Offside, who report that Osimhen could snub Man United in favor of joining Juventus. Confirmed. Victor Osimhen supports Chelsea. News of Man Utd's fresh push for Osimhen comes after Nigeria captain William Troost-Ekong hinted that a move to Chelsea could be on the cards. "I can tell you he's a Chelsea fan, I can confirm that," Troost-Ekong told TalkSport. "He's a great teammate. In front of the goal he can be very greedy, but he's someone who speaks up for the team in the changing room. He's a real leader and I'm sure he'll be captain soon. The first time he joined us was in 2019 as the understudy to Odion Igalo, but during the training we were so impressed. He always plays like it's his last game of football, chasing down every ball and going for every header. Everything that looks like it shouldn't be a chance, he makes it a chance. I think he's one of the most feared strikers to play against." Osimhen has registered 10 goals and 5 assists in 13 appearances for Galatasaray, while his estimated transfer value (ETV) currently stands at €57.1 million. Confirmed. Victor Osimhen still dreams of Chelsea transfer. Nigeria captain William Troost-Ekong has confirmed that Victor Osimhen is a Chelsea supporter. The Galatasaray striker, on loan from Napoli for the season, continues to be the subject of heated speculation. Osimhen was one of the protagonists of the previous summer window but did not manage to secure the big move he had been angling for. Osimhen hasn't sulked, however, and has instead really taken to life in Istanbul, becoming a fan favorite and a reliable source of goals, though injuries have thus far prevented him from playing more than 13 games so far. With 10 goals and 5 assists in those 13 games, Osimhen has shown that he is still a force to be reckoned with despite his ostensible step down. Unsurprisingly, then, he continues to be linked with a major transfer. The 25-year-old has played down suggestions that he could utilize the break clause in his loan deal to leave Galatasaray mid-season, but likely won't stay with the club beyond this season as signing him permanently is simply not feasible for the Turkish giants from a financial point of view.